Good morning, Chris, Tori. It's Mike Phelan. I want to give you a quick update on the house, guys. We finally got through the rain and we have some sunshine, which is fantastic. And I got some good updates for you this week. Not quite as exciting as pouring your foundation, but we did complete our rough grade of your lot. You can see all the treads from the skid steer that they were using. We have, by we, I mean our framers have temporarily used your driveway as a parking lot for what's called a lull. This is a pretty cool machine. They can use it for all kinds of different tasks, but that's what's going on. That's why we have this giant machine in front of your house. But the reason I brought that up is you can see we did cut out in front of your driveway, and the reason we do that during our rough grading of your lot is so that later on in production, when we pour your driveway, we can take the gravel that we're currently using as the entrance to your drive, and we can spread that over here, and then you have a gravel underlayment underneath the concrete. And then the second reason is that rather than shoving all that gravel to the side, it ends up becoming gravel dirt that we cannot use, and we have to haul it away. It increases our efficiency because we can spread it here. That's a good thing for the foundation or for the underlayment under your driveway, but it also saves us from having to have teams come in and remove all that. So that's something we do with our rough grade. Rough grades are also important because it provides a relatively level surface for our framing teams as they're building the house, and other trades as well, siding teams, roofers, etc., for their ladders, and it just increases the overall safety. Safety is a pretty big focus for us. By pretty big, I mean it's our primary focus. We have, unfortunately, in pretty much any builder you'll ever talk to, we've had incidents, but our goal as a company and my goal as a construction manager is to make sure that every single person that's working on any of the sites that I manage goes home safe at the end of the day. All right, guys, another thing that we have is we cut the control joints in your foundation here. And what the control joints are, I think I talked to you about it last week, but we want to control what we know is going to happen. Concrete does two things: it hardens and it cracks. There is absolutely no way to prevent cracking, but we can minimize the cracking and then we can control it. So the way that we minimize the cracking is with the concrete itself. There's different things that you can change about it, the amount of water, the different components of the concrete, that based on the temperature, based on the humidity, there's so many different factors that go into concrete. And I would be lying to you if I said I was super smart about it. But we do, our concrete team does control those based on the weather, based on the temperature, based on the time of year, to minimize the cracking. But no matter what we do, no matter what company you hire, commercial builders, residential, that's something that we know is going to happen. And because we cannot prevent it, we do the one thing that we can do, and we try to control it. So what I'm going to show you is when we cut our control joints, what we're doing here is, and we talk cracking, we're not talking giant cracks through your entire foundation. Most of it's going to be extremely superficial. But say that there was a crack that started here and it started moving that way. Rather than it potentially going all the way to the edge of your foundation, it will reach a control joint and it'll stop right there. And so that's why we cut these control joints. That's why they're so important. Just one of probably over 1,000 things that we do, Pulte, and that I do as your construction manager to try to maximize the quality of your home. A couple other things I'll point out. So you can see these little straps that are sticking up all around. When I gave you the video before we poured your foundation, these were kind of stuck to the top of the form boards, and we call these wet straps. The reasons we call them wet straps is because we actually embed them into the wet concrete. And so when they go in, they kind of angle in a little bit, and all of these are firmly embedded into what is now rock hard concrete. And what will happen is we start to frame your house and we put what are called the bottom plates, those pressure treated 2x4s and 2x6s around the perimeter of your house. Then these fold over those, and they have little holes in them that I'm going to show you. And every single one of those holes gets a nail. So you can see that going into the side of the plates, we'll have a nail coming in here and here. And then this wraps over the top of the 2x4, the 2x6, what we call bottom plates. And then there are more nails that go in there as well. And when you do the math, I'll just kind of give you a glimpse. you can maybe count these, but I think it's every 32 inches. I'd have to pull the plans up to be 100% sure. But pretty much every 32 inches around your entire foundation, there's going to be one of these. They're called massa straps. And that really helps to hold the framing to the foundation of your home. There's also areas like this. This is going to be the front of your garage. And we have a little bit more heavy duty straps. These are called SDHC 14s. The 14s and the alphanumeric designations, they just basically, the higher the number, the bigger the strap. But what you can see is there's a ton of nail holes here as well. And we will have framing blocking. So there will be anywhere between 4, typically in 6 2x4s, or on this exterior wall, it'll probably be 2x6s. They go up right here and it creates what's called a stud pack. And so essentially it's just a giant pillar of wood. And then these, will fold them up against the outside of the house and we'll nail all of those nail holes. And that is another way that we hold the foundation, hold the framing to the foundation. So guys, that's what I got for you this week. Every week I'll try to give you little tidbits like that. As always though, if there's anything that you have questions about, any concerns, any issues, please do let me know. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.